I'm going to be ranking WoW professions as real jobs. And when I say that, I mean you yourself, right? You as a person have been warped into Azeroth, all right? And you have to have a job. It can be any of the primary or secondary professions, but you have to do one of them. So I'm going to go through each one, and I'm going to say whether I think it would be a great job to have or a terrible job to have, starting with alchemy. And to me, alchemy is kind of like you're kind of like a pharmacist and a chemist at the same time, right? Like you're kind of just making drugs. You know, if somebody's hurt, you're like, here's a healing potion. Here's, you know, whatever. But you can make like swiftness potions. You know, you have like elixirs. There's a whole bunch of cool stuff that you can make. And I've always enjoyed being an alchemist in WoW, but I think the downside, right? Like if you're doing this in real life, well, you're doing it in real life in the game, right? Like all of this is based as if you were living in Azeroth. There's going to be explosions, right? There's probably like toxic chemicals or something, right? You're like breathing in fumes, doing stuff like, oh my God, dude, what did I just mix together, right? Like you're gonna have to experiment and figure things out, and you're probably gonna get hurt in some way. In fact, you could die, right? Like you might accidentally poison yourself, or you like do something, it's like boom, and it blows up in your face. Which I'm sure, you know, that could happen with like actual, you know, laboratory chemistry stuff and everything, but this would be like goofy video game style explosions. So it'd be a more cartoony fun death, right? I would put it in the C tier because I would be scared of something bad happening. And you might have a different opinion. You might be like, hey, you know what? I'm like a chemist in real life. I would have no problems doing this shit in World of Warcraft for a living. You know, you'd be dealing with people being like, make me my health potion. You'd be like, you got it, man. And you make them a health potion, right? Like you might be great at it, but me, I don't think so. Blacksmithing. Blacksmithing, I think, would be really cool because you would just be making a bunch of really cool armor and weapons. And I always just thought the act of blacksmithing is also pretty cool, right? Like you got an anvil and you're just like click-clang, right? Hammering away. That'd be pretty sick. But much like alchemy, there are downsides, right? Like you, even in real life blacksmithing, you know, it's like, it's a very intensive process, right? Like you're just standing there just like hammering away, and you got like the really hot metal or whatever you're working with, and you're like twisting it around and doing stuff. Like knowing me, I would burn myself. I would throw my shoulder out. I'd be like, oh, and then I can't even do it anymore. And then I'd have to go get a different profession. So I'd actually put blacksmithing below alchemy because I think I could at least do alchemy and not hurt myself too badly if I was safe with it. I think blacksmithing, I would definitely hurt myself. But like, right, like I still think there'd be some people that would put this like all the way in S tier. There's probably some real life blacksmiths that are like, yeah, I'd be a blacksmith in a while. That'd be sick, right? And you'd probably put that in the S tier. So I'm more so ranking this based on my own capabilities and what I think, right? But I do think I think blacksmithing as an actual profession is really cool. Then we have cooking. And cooking to me I'd probably put cooking in the A tier because it's borderline S tier because it seems pretty chill, right? You know what? I'm gonna put it in the S tier. You just it's like cooking in real life, right? Like you're probably just putting recipes together. You're making recipes. You're cooking food. You know, you gotta the annoying part's gotta do all the prep work, and you gotta clean everything after you've cooked everything. I don't really know if you'd be. I'm trying to figure out where you'd work. I guess you'd work in like inns, right? Like that's the main area where you're gonna be cooking up stuff. But there's only so many inns you can work at. So it's like maybe you'd set up your own shop and cook something out in the middle of nowhere, which could get kind of dangerous. I mean, there's probably, you'd probably have to like find some cool recipes and go all around trying to like learn from people some cool recipes. Then you'd have to get the ingredients still. So, I mean, if you don't have like an inn or a supplier getting you all the ingredients, you'd have to go get the ingredients yourself, or find somebody to get the ingredients. Okay, you know what? I'm going to put it in the A tier now. Actually, I don't think it's S tier. I still think cooking would be fun, right? Like just chilling in an inn, cooking up some food at the peak of your cooking ability, but actually getting to that point would probably be pretty difficult. So I'm going to put it in the A tier. Then we have enchanting. And enchanting is an interesting one because, right, it's like very like magical. So I'm like, okay, is this going to be like mentally draining? Like how would mana work? Like, or maybe not mana, but like how would this work where it feels like I would be crafting various oils and visual effect potion things, or, you know, I guess that would just be oils. And then you can upgrade stuff. You'd be disenchanting, that would be weird, right? Like somebody just hands you something and you're like, and it just like disappears and you're like, ooh, dust, right? And then you can like put the dust away, but you'd probably, actually, you know what? You'd probably be breathing in weird ass arcane dust fumes or something. That might be bad. But at the same time, I do think enchanting would be pretty cool. You know, you could just sit there and chill out making all this stuff, but I feel like it would tax you in some way. I'm going to put it in the B tier. I think it's better than alchemy. I think it's less deadly. I don't think you're going to die from doing enchanting. Maybe you have a long-term death from breathing in too many, you know, dust fumes, but overall, I think it'd be pretty solid. Engineering. Like, listen, you know, engineering would be fun, right? You'd be able to invent stuff. You'd have cool gadgets. You could probably portal all over the place, which would be sick, right? But at the same time, as an engineer, my warrior main is an engineer. The amount of times I have gotten weird shit happening to me from doing my portal, like you become like half demon, you catch on fire, just like weird things backfire. You'd have like exploding stuff. Like pretty much everything can go wrong. Like in order to be an engineer, you gotta be kind of crazy, and I'm not crazy enough, so I'd put that in the D tier. Fishing, S tier. Without a doubt, fishing is S tier. I don't know why that like glitched out. I was like trying to move it. I mean, you just chill out, you fish, you catch fish. In fact, what I would probably just go to all my favorite locations like Mulgore, really chill places, catch some fish, and then, you know, go to the inn or, you know, whoever the cook or whoever needs fish, right? Maybe the auction house, and then just like sell my fish. That would probably be my ultimate job. I think if I had to pick one, fishing probably is going to be one. Plus, you know, I've done so many things like fishing with Crendor. I'm known for a lot of fishing stuff. It's chill. I love fishing. Now, if I had to pick some downsides to it, because I don't want to say it's just like the best profession ever, I'd probably say maybe you catch some weird stuff, right? Like when you're actually just playing the game and doing whatever, you're just like, oh, whatever. Okay, I caught like this thing. But like in real life, in real life in the game, if you catch something, you're like, what the hell is this? Right? Like it's like a weird puffer fish. You're like, I gotta like not poison myself, right? Or maybe you catch like some weird slimy fish, or you catch like weird shit, or you catch like some magical radiation fish, and you're like, I don't want to touch this thing. I gotta get right. There's still like some downsides here. Plus, if maybe you go to a certain fishing spot and there's like murlocs or I don't know what else, like naga in the area, right? That would be annoying and be like, geez, I gotta get out of here. But still, compared to a lot of the other professions we've covered so far, fishing is top tier. Herbalism. I'd put herbalism in the S tier as well. I think herbalism is kind of fishing-esque. It's very chill. You're out in nature. You know, you're getting your exercise. You're just walking around picking stuff. Maybe you get low back pain from bending over so much. I guess the downside would probably just be, again, like wild animals or mobs attacking you. Maybe you get lost somewhere. I mean, I know the world well enough. I don't think I would get lost, but you probably get ganked, right? You try to pick an herb and someone swoops down and attacks you. I mean, I wouldn't be playing on a PvP server, that's for sure. But, you know, someone could steal your herbs, I guess. But still, like, all things being said, maybe it's like a poisonous herb and you're like, it's like gets all over your hands or something bad. But overall, I think it's S tier. I still think it's S tier. Inscription. I was like, what the hell is that icon? Inscription's interesting. It gives me enchanting vibes, right? Because you're kind of you're working with like magical elements with like glyphs, and you're making like buffs, and you're essentially like writing scrolls with magic, I guess. In fact, inscription usually works with enchanting to write up enchants on the paper, so that would be interesting. It'd be kind of cool. You make like contracts and stuff, be neat. But I mean, you're just kind of sitting around all day. It'd probably get boring after a while. Your hand and your wrist get tired. It's like probably get carpal tunnel. It's not much different than, you know, doing a normal 9 to 5 or something. But I guess it's a little more fun because you're working with magic and stuff like that. I'd put it in the B tier. I think it's about on par with enchanting, but I do think enchanting would be a little more fun, especially just disenchanting stuff, just being like blah. So yeah, I'd say that. Then we have jewel crafting. Jewel crafting, I feel like it's a little too much work for what I would want to do. Like, you would just sit there. It's probably just like an actual jewel crafter, right? Which some people might love, but I feel like just sitting there, you probably got like your little microscopic glasses or whatever. You're like analyzing everything. It's kind of like just a tiny version of blacksmithing almost. You're probably like, you're like carving away at stuff. Like, it's not bad. I think I'd rather do all the ones I put up there as well. I'd probably put it in the B tier. You know, I don't think I'd put it in the C tier because I don't think you die from doing jewel crafting. You might hurt yourself, but like, I don't know, it's all right. Then we have skinning, which some people might do it. You know, maybe if you're like a hunter in real life or something, but I would not want to be a skinner. I mean, I don't even like killing animals in the game. I'm essentially a druid. Like, I like animals in game, in real life. I'm a big fan of animals, so like, I don't know. I wouldn't just want to like kill animals and skin them. But it probably smells bad too, and like there's blood everywhere and everything. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't want to do that. I'd put it in the D tier. I'd let someone else do it, right? Then we have mining, which mining is kind of like herbalism, but worse, is what I'm kind of putting together here. It's like, I mean, you get like cool ore and rocks and gems and stuff, right? Like, it probably pays well, you know, like actual mining in the game is going to pay well. You get cool gems you can sell in the auction house, sell them to other people, sell them to jewel crafters, sell, you know, your stuff to blacksmiths and everything. But like, you gotta like mine away at that node, and people are also gonna be trying to steal your mining nodes. You probably gotta go into like caves, and the cave might collapse or something. There's probably a goblin in there, like, whoa, like explodes. And plus it's a lot of work, right? It's kind of blacksmithing-esque. You're hammering away. I'd put it, I don't think I'd put it in the D tier, but like, you know what? No, maybe I would put it in the D tier. I don't think I want to do mining. I'd put it down there. Would I put it? I don't really know what order I'd put these in, actually. They're all pretty close. Then we have leatherworking, which honestly, leatherworking is kind of just pretty close to skinning for me, right? Like, you're making armor kits, you're making drums, which would be cool. It'd be cool to make drums, but it's kind of just like, it's tailoring, but with animal hides and skin, and so it probably smells bad. I really don't want to deal with like dead animal parts. I'd put leatherworking in the D tier, to be honest. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it. And then we have tailoring, which, you know, it's already better than leatherworking. It's probably not going to smell bad. You can make clothes, right? That's kind of cool. You can make bags, which would be neat. It's probably kind of creative too, right? I think a lot of people do sewing and knitting and stuff like that, and it's kind of a creative outlet, so that'd be kind of cool. But again, I'd probably get bored. It's a lot of just like working with your hands. You get like wrist injuries and stuff like that, but like, it's not terrible. So I'd probably put it in the C tier. I think it's probably with alchemy there. But there we go. Look at that. All the professions ranked on how I'd want to do them in real life. Well, in real life, in the game. That's all. It's hard to like put that into words, so I have to like keep kind of emphasizing what I'm doing here. But let me know down in the comments section below. What do you think? What would you want to do in real life in the game if you got warped into Azeroth? What professions? I'm actually curious to see what other people say, because not everybody's gonna have the same opinions as me. So this is pretty fun. But either way, thanks for watching. I'm glad I got to make another dumb tier list. If you want some more dumb tier lists, I got a lot of them. There's a whole bunch of them. I'll put the playlist up there if you want to see all of them, and then I'll put the one I just did about WoW racials a few weeks ago up there as well if you want to check that out. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Okay? Okay. See ya.